A couple of chances that early on, you you're thinking, is it one of your day? Because obviously your
No,
flags
no.
are up and all that stuff, and it can get frustrating, couldn't it?
Yeah, it can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, if I'm not making the runs, if I'm not getting the shots in, then I ain't going to score. So it's just about that consistency. And yeah, I might have been offside a couple of times, but like I said, if I don't run, then I don't get that goal. And I have to keep going. And it's the same with the last couple of games. I've seen people say that I should be scoring last week. If I'm not there, then I can't score. So that's my job, is to keep doing the same things, and eventually it'll come off.
Does this have the makings of what could be a real dream first full season for you? You talk about your goals target, you're only one away from that, could win every domestic trophy as well.
Yeah, well, it's been a really good season so far. Like I said, I'm on 19 goals now, which is really good. I've said it before, for the minutes I've played, to get 19 goals is unbelievable, and I think a lot of people forget that. I'm confident in myself. There's a lot of things I think that I do for the team that helps a lot. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how the season's gone.
Do you think some of those things maybe go a bit unnoticed?
Yeah, 100%. When I do work with the analysts and some of the staff, there's a lot of things that I think I can bring to the game, and some unselfish runs that I make that will create space for other players. I think a lot of that does go unnoticed, and I get it. You know, fans aren't going to be looking at that. They want to see goals, but I'm here to help the team at the end of the day, and it's a big bonus when I do so.
Is it difficult for you? Is it kind of tough? There's a lot of pressure on, obviously, the transfer fee. You're Celtic striker, there's always going to be pressure, but you're a young player as well. Is it difficult to deal with all the...
Not really. I think there's going to be pressure, but there's nothing you can deal with it. I think no matter where you go, there's always going to be pressure. Obviously, being at such a big club, there's such a big expectation, and it can be tough at times, but like I said, I've played, I think it's my 6th season or 5th season, so I've been through a lot. But for me, it's just like staying consistent, scoring goals. I think the 19 goals I've scored this season has gone a bit unnoticed, but for me, it's about keep going and try and finish the season high.
You've had a good bit of form in recent weeks and months as well. Are you allowing yourself now to think about Hampden, given last year's kind of heroics? Are you can make that dream in your head again?
Yeah, obviously that was great, but no, for me it's about getting that rhythm. You know, I think people forget it's so hard to come on a game 10, 20 minutes and to try and nick a goal here and there. It's not easy. So now starting a couple of games, getting goals, it's good for a striker to get that, you know. And with Hampden, looking forward to it. You know, last season was great, but we just want to lift the cup at the end of the day.
You'll be proud of that reputation that you're a big game goal scorer.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I'm confident in myself. I know that I will score if I get the opportunities, and like we touched on before, I will get chances. You're going to miss chances, and it's about that one you get. And no, it's obviously a good thing that you're named as a big game player, but for me, it's about staying focused and just doing the best I can.
Manager's got your back. I mean, he was talking about sometimes he thinks it's unfair that people think like Kyogo or MIDI. They're different types of players, you know, in terms of their style. You do what you do, and you do it very effectively.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, Diaz and Kyogo are unbelievable at what they do, you know. But like you said, they were totally different players, and what I touched on before, I think a lot of my game does go unnoticed. Like I said, the runs that I make, I can drag a defender, especially being up there. I know defenders won't give me a lot of space, so I can move a defender and create space for someone else, and it does go unnoticed. You know, it can be frustrating at times, but at the end of the day, it's helping the team. You know, if we're winning games and I'm helping that, then happy days.
For an example of that today for Nicholas's goal, where you're battling with Rocky Bashiri and it takes him out of the game and it gives that space for Nicholas to go through.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's happened a lot of times. You know, it's the same with the game against Dundee. If I don't make that run across the front post, I don't know do we score. And it's been like that a lot, and I think that's the presence that I give when I'm playing. And don't get me wrong, there's obviously when Dyson's playing, he does unbelievable things, but I think for me it's doing what I need to do to try and help the team.
Yeah, you can do what others can. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, we've all got different styles of play. You know, I can have a scrap with a defender and try and link other players in, and it's different. You know, I think that's the good thing with this team. We've got different varieties of players, and there's certain teams that I might not be needed, you know. So I think that's why we've been doing great this season.
How important's been the support of the manager, the coaching staff, you know, in terms of your confidence? And
Unbelievable, because I've had it before where it's been the opposite way and it can affect you, but training every week and having the backing of not just the manager but everyone, the players as well, have been fantastic with me. It's so good for me, you know. I'm not really focused on what anyone's saying on the outside, so I know I can go into the game and just be myself.
is this a kind of special squad for you in terms of the bond, you know, the tightness of the team?
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone can see it, you know, the way we perform week in, week out is unbelievable. Winning games, obviously being successful, it's amazing. It doesn't come around often, you know. You're lucky to win 1 or 2 trophies in your career, and I've come around now, I think I've won, five trophies now, which is unbelievable. So this group of lads is special.